Good afternoon, traders and investors. Welcome to this Friday, June 4th edition of the last half hour of the Power slash At the Close show. Special co-host, no, not a co-host. I'm the producer, folks. I just want you to know that I'm running the operation here. So all technical problems could be blamed on me. Joined here by a very familiar face, not stuffing his face with popcorn like he was earlier today. But Spencer Israel here, I guess he's a guest. Let's move to the action in the index. You know, that's what I follow. Straight up, pretty much from the open. We're right back at the area. Tuesday's high, 42.30. We got the 42.29 and a quarter. The question remains, will we make a new all-time closing high? It has to be above 42.25 and a quarter. Crude, trying to get to 70 for the first time in 18 months, but the high 69.76 stop, currently trading up 71 cents, 69.52. Gold stages a rebound, down 20, up 20 at 18.93 and a half. Can't drag silver into the $28 handle, though. That's up 40 cents at 27.88. Bitcoin, you want to talk about a trading range in Bitcoin?
Okay.
You got it, folks. 35 to 40K. Mark that down and trade it till it doesn't work anymore. Ethereum futures, those are down $99 at 27.10. Mr. Israel.
Mm-hmm.
What
I
a
got some
day.
more. I got some more popcorn here if you want some.
Yeah.
I was not able to eat the whole bucket.
What about my extra salt theory? So you have to pay $14.99 for a Coke.
I forgot to ask about that. I had a hard enough time haggling with them over just give me the free bucket, so I didn't get to the extra salt theory. But next time I'm there, I'll ask about that.
And did you start using I need to talk to the manager trick? Because
I did nicely ask to speak to the manager because I was
okay.
like, there's no way you're not going to give me a bucket for free. But turns out they were not going to give me a bucket for free. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go watch PreMarket Prep this morning at the very beginning of the
At the
show, and
very
you'll
beginning.
see. You'll see.
Dino, with a bunch of other names, 1815 wants to know how you did in your golf game. Remember, you were trying to get golf clubs.
But let me put it this way. I'm going to go back to the. I have to go buy a few more clubs. I'm going to hit the range this weekend. All right, let's leave it at that.
All right. I have a manager story with one of the earning stocks that we're going to talk about. Old Dennis wanted to talk about was the meme stocks, meme.
Mm-hmm.
And so we didn't get to cover the earning stocks. And I have a manager story for one of the meme stocks. So why don't we go to the earnings that we missed this morning?
Let's start with Lulu. That was, I guess, maybe the biggest name. We did talk about DocuSign. That was the one that we got to. That was the one that was up the most in the after-hour session yesterday. I didn't check it today. It looks like it did very well today. Actually, it kept on going.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. We don't need to do the numbers, but we'll
Yeah.
review the technical action in that one. And what I was seeing, and I want to go to the pre-market chart here because this is something, just a little trick I picked up over the years. It was just too well bid in the pre-market. You see that? How it was just bid. Actually, right in this area, yeah, 205, 206. And when I see something bid like that, that means someone's either stuck short or aggressive long, just trying to jam it higher. That's what happened. Back up here, if you're looking for another target or you're afraid of heights or both, you got another target here of 236.11. Haven't hit that quite today, but hey, if you have this long, you want to ring the register, it's fine by me. But Lululemon is the one that I have the manager story with.
All right. Well, it was a good quarter. Their earnings came in above estimates. Their sales above estimates. Their guidance above estimates. It was all good from Lulu. The stock is up today. Didn't make a huge move or anything, but it is in the green
Up
by 4%.
and down and all around. Good report. I know it's been moving. I'm focusing heavily on these three tops right here. Oh, not three, not four, not five, not six, seven tops here at 330. Looks like it's trying to clear it today. My Lululemon manager story is, do you remember, and this was like pre-pandemic, I had taught that I went into Lululemon and Lisa convinced me to get a pair of Lululemon pants.
I remember that.
This is last January.
Yeah.
Well, I did not wear them. I just like, I don't know. I don't like them. I don't need them. I didn't wear them for 15 months. Okay.
Mhm.
And so I decided, hey, I'm just going to take them back. So I went back to the store. I actually had to wait
Oh,
in
come
to
on.
go
You
in.
you can't be like, oh, I bought this thing 5 years ago. I want to. Here's a
It was
receipt.
13 months
They
ago.
have these stores have policies, Joel. Respect the policy.
Yeah, but then they were like, well, do you have a receipt? No. Do you have well, I go, hey, I got my credit card. I could give you my credit card, right? You can pull it up on the credit card. So they pulled it up on the credit, and of course, oh, we only keep credit card transactions for a year. And the girl was really nice about it, and she wasn't giving in. And I was about ready to do the old, can I speak to the manager trick? And you know what? She was just so nice, so polite. I just said, you know what? I'm going to keep them. And actually, I wore them last week and they were okay. So that's my Lululemon story. So I wanted to get that. I had to get that off my chest that I didn't harass the manager. So all right, DocuSign, Lulu. What about Broadcom?
Yeah, I guess the lesson there is that uh, it's never too late to mature. All right, AV. Let's go to
I'm
AVGO.
still trying, man. I'm 57. Give me maybe when I'm 60.
Yeah, maybe. Let's go to AVGO. Again, earnings out yesterday. EPS beat, sales beat. They gave some EBITDA guidance that was strong. How is the stock doing though? I didn't look at it today. AVGO. It is well. If it's tech, it must be up, and it is
Yeah,
up two
tech is
percent.
strong today.
Yeah.
You know what? We didn't cover this one, so I can't say what I called or predicted, but big area here to me. I mean, I'm no rocket scientist. 476.80 was your high here. 478 even was your high here. Another high of 477.70. And where'd you get to today? 478.40. So there you go. I mean, fell off hard here, but who knows? It could pull another Nvidia. But we're looking for a breakout over 478. And I know Big Bill D has been pumping the tires on Nvidia. And boy, oh boy, 610. That seems like a while ago. That was a high on the day that they announced the split. The only observation I had in this one, well, I remember talking about it, I believe it was on this day, or we were talking about it on this day. And I said, well, last time out here, it caught a cold, up here and came down. But I said it would be important what it does today. And this was on this day. This was a big green candle. And when you see a stock, make a new all-time high by like 20 points, I mean, chances are it's going to keep going. You got another 2-day rally. Maybe just ride your stop up on this one ahead of that. It's a 10-for-1 split, right? For
Yeah. Yes.
Yep,
Yes. And
yep.
it's in 2 weeks, right, or 10 days,
Yeah.
something like that.
Tiny P Media wants to know if you're going to get the pre-market prep YouTube channel to 100K as well.
I think it's Tiny Pie Media.
What did I say?
P, Tiny P, it's Tiny Pie. One day, Tiny Pie. One day.
Okay. All right. What else are we? So we get those earning stocks out of
Yeah,
earning
yeah.
stonks.
Let's go to CrowdStrike because this is the one that is not playing ball today. The earnings they look good to me. I didn't see anything. I didn't look super deep or anything, but
What
the
do we know, right?
earnings were good. The sales were good. They gave a lot of guidance that seemed more or less, if not above, then at the very least in line with estimates. So,
Hmm.
don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard. It had a big run. If you were looking at your monthlies, you would have said, this got up to last month's high, 225.93. That was earlier. And then looks like the street was leaning the right way into this report, right? As they sold it on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Then the flush. I don't know where if I could find a support level for you folks. I think if you're looking to pick this up on the cheap, you got two daily lows to keep an eye on. You got to look at 205.62 if you want to take a stab. If you get stuck, yeah, it didn't quite get there today. If you get stopped out there, you feel like you need to own it, you can try 199.01. Or just look to see if this is like just a bad earnings reaction day. We've seen that in the past. Nothing better than Ford's. This was earnings day. It had the ride up, and then they
Mhm.
killed it on earnings, and it was the earnings day low. So, a couple different things there to take a look at. Selling is BA losing altitude. I mean, that's just a messy looking chart. And yeah, it does. It turned. I don't know if you want to, short it, but yeah, that's just, I don't know, 220 to 260 straight up, gapping all over the place. If you want to ring the register, fine. If you want to hang out for a couple more days, you better at least break this string of two lower highs coming off that, what, 258, yeah, 258.40 high.
All right, let's move on from earnings. Let's look ahead a little bit. Let's talk about Biogen here.
Hmm.
I don't know what you can say. All there is to really say about it is watch out for Monday, because Monday is the PDUFA date for aducanumab, which is their Alzheimer's drug. And so we're going to get a headline, most likely, I would imagine Monday morning, not afternoon. And this thing is liable to move. So let's watch
Okay.
out. Let's
I,
watch
I
out for
just
that.
wanna, and I don't know if everybody's been to the premarketprep.com site, but signed up yet. But I've been doing a weekly write-up here, just kind of going through the week and kind of what happened every day and looked at the earnings ahead. But we always talk about issues with upcoming catalyst. And I talked about this one because of the date coming up on Monday. And at that point, I mean, they were freaked out last week, right? Look at that. Every day last week, they sold, sold, sold. I noted a triple bottom in there. And but did I think that it would do what it did today? Let's go back to the other screen. That article did show up there, right, Spencer?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
For confirmation.
mm-hmm.
I'm like a mini Spencer here. I'm actually like doing things
Yeah,
right. It's
yeah.
not
Look at
quite as
that.
it's not too difficult here. But let me go back to my screen and come on here. It's having a good day. As soon as I can bring this up, where's my little box? It lets me change screen again. They're all disappearing.
He says after he says it's not too difficult.
It is, yeah, yeah. I really open open mouth insert foot. I totally love. Oh, there it is, Spencer. Why did you move all the way over there? You moved all the way over to my. Oh, now you're way over here, Spencer. Why did
Well,
you? What did you take controls here? Why did you do that? Spencer moved
I
from my left screen all the way to the right screen.
I don't
But
know.
anyways, I'm not going to beat him up because he's helping me out here. Biogen, boom! Look at that. Look at that. Triple bottom. You took it out, undercut and rally. I don't know what to think about this thing. I'm hoping that it gets approved, right? But to me, this is just like someone saying, you know what, I just don't want it. I'm short or I want to be long or something, but that's a big move. It just reversed all the losses from last week, right back up at 290. They'll probably halt it on Monday, right? What did you think ahead of the announcement?
I presume so.
Yeah.
Um,
But
but I don't
obviously
know.
the SEC doesn't know what the hell they're doing or whatever, so we won't speculate on that. But selling pressure
Well,
ahead of the
that's
drug.
not. It's not an SEC thing. This is an
I
exchange
mean,
thing.
SEC. Well, yeah, SEC, FDA. As they're making their run here, folks, trying to make a new high for the week and all-time closing high going into the last 16 minutes of the session. 29 and a quarter high. 29 is your last print.
What else do we have to look forward to? Oh, don't forget that we've got a Russell rebalance happening. The list is going to come out today, probably at like 4:30, maybe 5. And these stocks are liable to move tonight and Sunday night, Monday morning. Don't know. I mean, it's not rocket science to figure out. You can kind of look at the Russell index list and see
Right.
who are the smallest companies and that are liable to get kicked out. But so I'm looking forward to that. And what else am I looking forward to?
This is the only thing I'll say on that is that
Yeah.
there's people studying this. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they're doing their homework long before today.
Sure.
So if you're getting down and dirty in it right now, you're probably playing with playing
Well, no, well, no.
in the sandbox with the big.
Today is the first day. Was what I'm saying.
But people calculated ahead of time,
Oh,
is what I'm saying.
yeah, potentially, yeah.
Yep.
That's true.
Yep.
That's
So
true.
we'll see. Spoos just went to 30 and a quarter. So anybody that was leading on Tuesday's high. So basically, Spencer,
Mhm.
we've done absolutely nothing between
Yeah.
Tuesday's open at 9:30 and right now. The market has done absolutely nothing. We haven't done anything to help the market. It's just gone lower and buy the dip here. But yeah, just take 30 and a quarter. There was a couple intraday highs in this area, but the true high, the only high that I look at is 38 and a quarter. I believe that was May 10th. So very, very good start here to the month. And Bradley says, I will be surprised and disappointed. How do you, let me try and pronounce Matt. Uh, a Duke, a Duke, a new map.
I don't know the right pronunciation. Sure, we'll go with that.
Do you know who does?
I've always said aducanumab. I don't know if that's right. It
Do you
might
know
not
who's
be
the only
right.
person that can pronounce those things right?
Adam Fierstein? I don't know.
What happened, Adam? Brent.
Brent? Oh, okay.
Brent is good with those, or else he just says it so fluently
Maybe.
that you think that he is pronouncing it. Oh, there! Look at Bradley. He's sounding it out. Remember in elementary school they told you to sound it out. Do, can, you met. All right, that makes sense. So, well, whatever. I mean, we're all pulling for it, just kind of like we were pulling for Marcus and Ride. And
Mhm.
I just wish, he talked about breaking even at 1440. I just wish he just would have stuck all his orders out there
Yeah.
and done it. But no, he had, but you know what I do? I do respect the fact that, hey, he was down a lot on it, right? And so he's just not looking for the scratch. He's still looking to make money on it. So, you
Mhm.
got to respect that. But, you think trade that go much to get me, I'm averaging down, I'm flat, I'm out. But hey, different trading styles for different people.
And then looking ahead to next week here, we do have GameStop earnings as if they matter. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. Who can say? Wednesday night, Wednesday after the close, we get earnings from GameStop, and maybe that's an event. The numbers aren't an event. The call is the event. The last time around, if you remember, Benzinga streamed for first the conference call reached capacity. So if you didn't get in there early, you got locked out.
Right?
Luckily, we were in there early and we streamed it, and they didn't take any questions. They gave a brief statement, and then no questions, and that was that. The whole thing was done in 20 minutes less, and it was very anticlimactic. Maybe this time around they actually take some questions.
And it's just in stark contrast to what's that guy's name for me? Is it
Speaking of AMC, and Adam Aaron is his name.
yeah.
Did you see? So I actually missed this, and this is what I tried to DM you last night, Joel, but I couldn't because your DMs you had me blocked on Twitter or
I
something.
did I have you blocked?
I don't know.
I
But
was so sure that I followed you. I'm so disappointed. I'm like,
I DM'd Dennis, and then I went to DM you, but I wouldn't. There was no
really?
option. There was now I can, but there was no option to DM you last night. And in any case, I was watching the stream live with the CEO, but it happened so fast that I missed it. But somebody on Reddit caught it and they slowed it down. What happened is he was doing this interview with this streamer on YouTube and the trades, and he knocked his camera over. And he fixed the camera. The whole thing lasted maybe a second, right, or 2 seconds. But if you slowed it down, you could see he was not wearing pants, or he was wearing really short shorts. Maybe it was just short shorts.
Thank you. Did Benzinga do an article on that one? I mean,
No,
that's
no, no.
that I did not. That is that's some interesting color on that one. No, that I saw that.
Do you know
Spoos
what they
just
call that? Do you know what they call that?
what do they call
They call that naked shorting. Hey, I'll be here all week.
it?
The week is over.
Too bad you don't have the bum bum
No, I
thing
don't. I
to
don't
do
have
it.
it.
And Mitch has hopped in. Good to see good old Mitchell here. He's had a busy week and pumping those subscribers. Good to see you in the chat, Mitch. You were my second choice, Mitch. If I could get Spencer to help me out, I was going to ask you, but no big deal. All right. So what should we cover the meme stocks or should we not cover the meme stocks?
Well, just answer me this: is AMC having an inside day?
Yes.
I
What?
didn't mean that sarcastically. I was
No. Because I was just thinking about Dennis's comment. It was what did he call it? The largest inside day.
That's probably the largest inside day range in quite some time.
Yeah. I talked about, I wasn't too far off because I'm just telling you guys, when I look at these pre-market charts, I just try and say, hey, what's sticking out to me? And when we were doing the show,
Mhm.
I believe it was 45 to 50. I think it was like right in this area. Yeah, it was right here because this is the time on it. So I thought, these stocks eventually calm down, right? So I just kind of and what I tried to do yesterday was, when we do lunch bets, I was looking like where the stock was trading, and it was like trading 58.59. And I had no idea where it was going to close. I didn't know it would go down to 37 up to like 60 and back down or whatever. But I'm just thinking, at the end of the day, I just thought it was going to be lower than 60. For this one, I just kind of think, I wish I could just sell options crazily. I just thought it would close between 45 and 50 and, just the grinding out. And you did get up to 57.46. So you got two inside days in a row. Um, Lower high, higher low. I don't know. Should I actually try and crunch some numbers on this stock and actually
Nah,
put
don't
levels
don't
on the screen?
don't bother.
Not for me, but forever. Should I do that? I think I could come pretty down close. Not
All
that,
right,
and I promise I'm not going to trade it.
one in the chat. If you think Joel should just actually do some serious levels here too, if you think he's wasting his time, I think you're wasting your time. That's just my opinion.
Okay. And boy, oh boy, Big Bill D is mentioning Moderna, new all-time high. And who
Wait,
was like,
really?
yeah,
Oh, I missed this today.
yep.
What? Whoa, why?
Uh, if you ask me, I
Holy
was taught,
cow.
who I was talking to last Friday about this? I was talking to Sean Udall.
Yeah.
And he said, I think that he rarely buys stocks that are just going straight up, right? And he said that he thinks that this would be one stock that he would just start buying and keep buying. And the reason is that he just thinks that what they came up with for the for the COVID vaccine,
Right.
whatever therapy, he
Right. Well,
thinks that there's going to be other things that come out and that they're going to be the leaders. That's
yeah, they pioneered the mRNA
yes,
technology, but the onus is now on them to find other uses for it. And as far as I know, they haven't done that yet, unless I'm wrong.
right. And the last
So,
thing we want is more pandemics. So
well, I don't think they're saying more. I think they're saying like other types of vaccines. I don't think
right.
I don't think the play here is not betting on another pandemic like COVID-20.
Okay.
I don't think that's the play. Maybe it is. I don't know.
No, I mean it was a good observation, but I can't even. You know what? The other thing. Let's blow this chart up because someone's saying about Novavax coming out of the gate. And I mean, here you go. I mean, boom, boom, boom. It broke out. It broke out big time here. I'll have to get rid of that. Novavax has been around longer, and I know they've had some ups and downs, and so I'm just not. I like to me, if I was going to be buying a break, a chart at like ungodly levels, it would rather be one like that. Yeah, Novavax is just over, 2-for-1 stock split. And then also, I think if you go farther back on Novavax, yeah, they had that run before over 300, so I was a little bit more cautious on that one. But
All right.
congratulations to Moderna owners.
This morning we talked about PSTH and
Yep.
I stand corrected because I was wrong. Par is 22.
Oh, really?
I said it was 20. It is 22. We're at 21.99 right now, 98. So par is $22. It was not 20. I was off by a couple bucks. I apologize. And it's down 12% today. So we're basically at par right now in
Yeah.
Pershing Square Tontine.
This one, it just looked kind of weak in the pre-market, and you got that pop, ridiculous pop up to 26. I maybe we'll just have to bring Mitch on my. I don't know what to think about these. I mean, this is only
Oh my.
now they only own 10% of the company, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, it's a
it,
big.
it
It's a big.
yeah, they took a stake. They got another 1.5 billion. Folks, I just don't understand them. And when they turn into real companies, they produce real earnings. Real analysts found we could do things, but if you
Oh.
feel, I mean, this is a new all-time low for it.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
it's had the announcement. So on this,
Well,
it was just,
one announcement of several more to come, I think, because
yep.
they have more money. What about Spy or Spoos, whatever you want to look
You
at?
know
But
what? We went to
all
32,
time high. We just
closing
hit.
high, closing high.
I
We hit
well,
38 and a quarter. You know how I'm a stickler for stuff like this. I'm probably the
yeah.
only one on Wall Street. But on this day, we hit 38 and a quarter. And then we really backed off. The intraday high, you know how I always differentiate through those? Spencer, do you know the difference between the intraday high and,
Yes.
yeah, what is it?
The intraday high is any price at any point versus the closing high is the closing price.
Well, what about when I talk about like the Globex high versus the intraday high? What does the intraday high? Uh, what is it? I'll throw you some bones here since you got it wrong the first time. What
That wasn't wrong. What do you mean?
it was wrong.
What?
I said, what's the difference between an intraday high
Yeah,
and
intraday high.
and a
Intraday.
Globex high, a 24-hour high? Can the chat help Spencer
Okay.
out
No, no,
here?
no, no, no. The closing high is
No, I'm
so.
not at no closes. No
Oh,
closes.
that's what you said before, though.
Okay. Well,
And
I'm throwing that out the window. I'm
I did
giving you
say,
another
wait,
chance.
what does it close at? What is it? 4:30?
Okay.
What is it?
Forget closes.
All right.
Forget closes.
Okay.
What I said was an all-time high
Yeah.
versus an all-time
Well,
intraday high.
okay. For with those two, you're gonna have to clarify
Okay.
because
Chat.
you only ever use the term all time. You only use the term intraday and closing high. And I don't look at the futures very often. I mean, I look at it
Okay.
sometimes in the morning, but I mostly look at SPY like Dennis. So
Okay. Okay.
enlighten me.
An intraday high takes place from 9:30 to 4:15.
Okay.
That's intraday.
And the
That's
closing
when
high.
most
Okay.
people trade. Okay.
The Globex high would be overnight.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So during the intraday session, this is the highest we've ever traded. But on the Globex session, and I'll go back to that here, and it's just a little something I use just for, tricks during the day and, follow through after hours moves and stuff. Um, on May 10th, we got to 41.38 and a quarter. Okay. On that same day, right, May 10th, we only got to 42.31. So in the previous day, you went to 42.32 and a quarter. So the highest intraday high ever is 42.32 and a quarter. But the true high, the Globex high, the highest the index has ever traded is 42.38 and a quarter. But the intraday high means nothing to Max, so he's kind of agreeing with me. But maybe I'll go over this in a little bit more detail on Monday. It's just gauging the overnight activity versus the intraday activity. But
Here we are at the
Spencer, here we are.
Yep, at the close. What a day for technology. What a day for Tesla having a great day. The whole tech sector actually is having a
AMC's
great day.
puking into the close here. I
Oh,
just noticed.
let's take a look at AMC into the close.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I mean, still a great week for investors. I mean, when you have, day traders on TV talking about how, to the CEO of a company, about why they shouldn't do an offering. If that's not the sign of an
Wow.
all-time top, then I don't know what is. But anyways,
Wow.
yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, that guy Adam Aaron I mean, whether he's
40.
wearing pants or not is really, it doesn't make any difference. He's doing the right thing for his company. It looks like the closest spoos, the last 30 seconds, the VWAP is going to be ahead of the 42.25 and a quarter. So, in all intents and purposes, a good week. And just looking at the perspective of volatility and everything, Tuesday when we opened, boom, we made a high of 42.30. The high today, 42.32. But we're closing up here this time. So, Spencer, thank you very much for joining me here. We'll be back bright and early on premarketprep.com on Benzinga at 8 a.m. and we'll see what happens. Anybody that wants to join me with Rob Friesen of Stock Odds, we'll be doing our pre-market show on Sunday night at 6 p.m. on the same channel. And the unique thing about that is that all the numbers for Stock Odds are generated like an hour and a half, 2 hours after the close. So all the data that he'll have for you on Monday will be fresh data generated over the weekend. Spencer, have a great weekend. I know it's time for the wind down there at Benzinga, and have a great weekend. Thank you
Hey,
all for participating. And
thanks for having me.
yeah, it was fun. I did okay, Spencer, didn't I? I did it, with except that one time I lost you. Because
Well,
you
I
went
don't
from
know.
this screen to this screen on
Are
me.
are, are we still on? Because if we're still on, you did great.
Okay. All right.